Hey everyone, I'm Jen Rose. I'm the program coordinator for the Southeast area for Special Olympics Missouri. And this little guy right here is Narwhal, the magical furry unicorn dog. He is with the rescue I volunteer with, Max Mission, out of Southeast Missouri. And he is special, has a unique feature because he has a little tail on his head. And he volunteered to come help me today, teach you guys some basic dog training skills. I picked Norwal to come hang out with us because one, he's super fun and unique. And two, he doesn't know me really well. I volunteer at the mission, but I've never worked with him dog training wise. So I've never taught him any skills. He does know things himself, but he and I haven't worked together. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to see kind of a dog that is meeting somebody new or the first time you're working with your dog, a little more about what to expect. So I want to give you some quick tips before we get started. The first thing important if you want to start working with a dog is to make sure you have a good leash or collar that works for that dog. There's lots of different ways to do it. There's pinch collars, there's martingale collars, there's harnesses. I actually love a harness when I'm working with a dog. Find out what works good for you and what works good for your dogs. Leashes are also really important. I recommend a very basic 6-foot nylon leash. You don't want a retractable leash. He's gonna play with the leash instead of using it. You don't need a retractable leash, but basically 6 foot, just really basic, is perfect for working with dogs and not letting them chew on it like perfect Norwal's doing. The next thing you got to do if you're going to start training a dog is find out what motivates your dog. Dogs are motivated different ways, just like humans are. Norwal is a food motivated dog. As you can see, he's a little bit on the food loving side. So we're using some hot dogs today. And yep, he definitely knows we got some hot dogs. So we're going to use hot dogs, but other dogs aren't that into food. You can find toys, balls, good tug toy, whatever works for your dog. That's what you need to use. So find out what motivates your dog, what moves them. You can buy training treats online. Like I said, these are just cut up hot dogs. And then there's also praise, and that's the most important thing. You want your dog to have fun, and you want it to be a positive experience. So lots of, Norwal, you're such a good boy. Good boy, Norwal. Lots of exaggerated motion, happy voices, and good dogs. We like lots of good dogs. He doesn't care about a good dog. He just wants the hot dogs. And then the next thing you want to do is practice. Just like when we do sports, you got to practice to get better. The dogs are the same way. So the more opportunities you work with them and practice with them, the better they're going to get at all the different dog skills, and even more so different types of activities in the future. So practice with them, practice the behaviors you want from them, and they will learn. And then today we're going to do our training with communication instead of physical direction. So when I first learned to work with dogs, I was taught using a leash to pull, using my hand to direct, and things like that. There's nothing wrong with those methods, but there's also it's great to just use verbal commands and lures. So our lures are hot dogs today. So we're going to try to teach Norwal some tricks without using anything but our voice and our lures, and hands off a little bit. And again, we worked briefly before this started, but otherwise Norwal is going to learn with me as we go through this. So the first command I'm going to talk to you about today is called the watch me command. Watch me is really important because you want to be able to get your dog's attention. Obviously, Norwal's paying good attention right now, but he doesn't really care about me. He cares about this hot dog in my hand. But you want to be able to get your dog to look at you when you need them to, whether it's to distract them from something else or just because you want to make sure you can communicate or teach your dog something. So we're going to get started here. This first one we're going to do, watch me. All I'm going to do is take my treat and put it in my hand. I'm going to put it down in front of my dog's face, let him smell it, and then it's going to come up with a command. Watch me. As soon as he makes eye contact, he gets the treat and a good boy and a lot of encouragement. So it's got to be from down below. You don't want him making eye contact right away. Show him the treat. Normal, watch me. Oh, that's a good boy. That's as simple as that. Eventually, you won't need to take the treat down to the nose. You just want him to be able to respond. Normal, watch me. He still is looking only at the treat. Good boy. There's that eye contact. Once you get that eye contact, that's great. Preferably, the eye contact comes to your eyes and not the treat, and Norwal does a really good job with that. But you may start out, your dog may be more focused on that treat than your eyes. Give it time. Eventually, he'll make that eye contact with you, and you reward him every time for that eye contact. The next thing we're going to teach your dog is leave it. We're going to do it with a food-based item, which is great at home because if you drop something you don't want your dog to have, I might be a little bit of a messy cook, and sometimes things fly off. Not all food is good for dogs. So it may be a food-based thing you want to leave. It may be a treat you need them to leave alone. It may be out walking in the park. You want them to leave another dog walking or a person. I have a squirrel-obsessed dog, and I use this key quite a bit when we're doing our daily walks just to get her to refocus on the walk we're having. So leave it is such a great command. So to teach leave it, we're going to take our hot dog, and all we're going to do is make sure he sees that it's there. We're going to drop it on the ground. How's that bad? Drop it on the ground and cover it and say, leave it. As soon as he looks away, you pick that treat up and he gets it. So you see, Narwhal did it pretty quick there. He did not necessarily know this as the way I'm teaching it a little while ago, but he caught on really quick. So we're going to do it again. So again, we have that treat. He smells it. We drop it. Drop it. He already knows I'm going to cover it. Cover it. Leave it. That eye contact. Pick it up and give it to him. It is important with the leave it trick. You don't want to just lift your hand up and let him eat it off the ground. That way they know that then they think they can get that still if they just stay focused long enough. So instead, you want to make sure once they make eye contact with you, you pick that treat up and then give it to him. He's just waiting for my hot dogs. Good boy. Next command is a sit command. This is very basic command and is used for a lot of other tricks as well. So with the sit, over here, Narwhal, you're going to back your dog up. Narwhal, sit. Good boy. As you can see, I didn't push down the butt. I didn't pull it forward. You're just going to take your dog straight backwards with a treat above their head. And then they're going to naturally, as they back up, they're going to plop that backside down. So again, Narwhal, sit. Narwhal, sit. Good boy. And there he goes. So that is our sit command. The next one we're going to do is lie down. Narwhal is not a big fan of this command, so we're going to see how it goes this time. But when you teach the lie down command, you're always going to start with a sit command first. So Narwhal, sit. Get into that sit. Narwhal, lie down. So you just take your lure. Remember that treat. Narwhal, come. Come here. You're going to sit and then take it down and close to his body and then move it forward. The idea being that you hope what they do at that point is come follow that treat forward and walk forward with their feet. Narwhal is not a fan of this one, but as soon as he gives you a little bit, so he got back up, he didn't lay down, but he moved with that treat, I'm going to give him a little reward. So because I know he struggles with this one, I'm going to make sure I have several hot dogs in my hand. Come here. Narwhal, come. Narwhal, come. We're working on the come command. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come. All right, so we're going to bring him in. Come on, buddy. Come here. There you go. Narwhal, sit. Narwhal, sit. Narwhal, lie down. Lie down. Narwhal, lie down. Narwhal, lie down. And as you can see, Narwhal is not a fan of the lie down command, but that is how you teach it. He is perfectly capable of learning the command. It's just new for him and how I'm doing it. So it's going to take some work to teach him how to lie down. Give them lots of reward, lots of praise for any little steps they make, and they will get it. Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. We're going to let him have that hot dog anyways and move on. All right. The final thing I'm going to teach you guys today is the beginning steps of heel. So with heel, it's a progress. You're going to do it in several steps to teach them how to walk properly and walk under control. Today, all we're going to do is teach you how to get into heel set position. It's really great if you're out and about and your dog is moving around or getting ready to cross the street on a walk, or just if you need to get his attention or her attention. Heel is a great way to engage them. So when you want to teach your dog to heel, the first step is have him facing you. I'm going to come back a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit better. We're going to go into a sit, which he's doing amazing with. Then I'm going to take him to my left side by using an arc. So I'm going to make sure he has the lure. Narwhal, heel. Narwhal, heel. Heel. See, arc around, and success. There we go. Once he gets to that the left side of me, right by my heel, he's going to get that treat. So he did a really good job that time. We eventually want to get him sitting, but the fact that he came around and stopped right on my side was great. So I don't want to push him back around for the second time. We're going to work the skill a little more. So I'm going to face him this time. Same thing. I'm going to get him to sit. Normal heel. We come around, and he's in position. He gets that treat. So he's doing pretty good with that one already. So those are kind of some of the basic little skills I wanted to teach you guys today and give you an opportunity to learn. Communication is key with the dog, and the best way to improve your communication with your dog is playing with him. Dogs love to play. And so finding your dogs, what your dog loves to play with is what you want to do. I was not good this morning and didn't bring Narwhal any toys to show this part of it. I found one of my dog's balls in my car. Narwhal kind of likes the balls, but he's more interested in the hot dogs in my hand right now. Let me give him those. But not super into balls, so we made a quick tug out of some shirts. Again, he kind of played with it earlier, but not his favorite toy. I'll tell you what this guy does love. He does love a good stuffy. So a good stuffed animal, especially with a little squeaker, that's what Narwhal loves to play with. Once you find your dog's favorite toy, make it something special with you and your dog. So that favorite toy, you get down, you're focused on your dog's focused on you. You guys have a great play session. Again, you're teaching your dog how to communicate with you, and he's teaching you or she's teaching you. Then that toy goes away. So don't continue to leave that toy. It's fine to have 20, 30 toys in the house. My dogs have a ridiculous number of toys. That's okay. But that special toy is just for you and your dog, and use that for those special opportunities. So I want to thank Narwhal and Max Mission for helping me with this video today. I appreciate him coming out. We had a fun adventure riding this morning, and I appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to see if I have any questions real quick. All right, it looks like I don't have any questions at this time, but if you guys have any follow-up questions, check out the post, or you want to know any more. I'm not a professional dog trainer by any manner. I just absolutely love dogs, and I love spending time with them. And I love volunteering at rescues. So dogs are great. And I've had so much fun having Narwhal with me at work today, wagging his tail this morning and starting off my Monday great. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for joining.